Yeah, let's go. There's not a man that I fear. There's nobody here that can stop me. Cause I'm in a league of my own, yeah. Y'all can just sit back and watch me. They know who I am, they can't imitate. Don't stay in your lane, I'ma set it straight. I'm building my way to the top. You get in my way, you know that I'ma renovate. I'm untouchable, yeah. 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 I'm untouchable, yeah.
Hi, I'm Robin Arjan, the owner of JUN 2 and Zeus. JUN 2 is the quickest GDR on the planet, and Zeus is the quickest RB outright. Originally, I never knew George, just knew of him. I knew that he was building the GDR at Craig's. Okay, there were certain things I was looking at, thinking, okay, so it could be done a bit different. All the things that you know throughout history of working with GDRs and where we got to with JUN 2. We formed a bit of a relationship. He then obviously came across to CRD, and from there it sort of escalated. I mean, this car got built 3 times. The original plan, then we went down a different direction, and then after we were modelling and designing what we're going to do to GDR 700, let's put the brakes on that. Let's do this first. This is the car that needs to be out there as soon as possible. So when George first set out to build the 32, we hadn't run 6s yet. So in his mind, he wanted to build it to run a 6. And obviously, because we were just pushing hard at that time, this is what, 5-6 years ago, we got into the 6s and then mid 6s and kept going. He knew at that point that it's not going to cut it just running a high 6. So when we started talking and planning and working out where to next, this car really needs to be, if not like very, very low 6s, like very close to it. So the most important part of the build is that the DNA is still GDR. IRS, still got the 4-wheel drive, factory firewall, obviously the wheelbase and everything is R32 GDR. The IRS setup that's in this is a full custom design that I think from learnings that we've had over the past 10 years or so, we feel that we could potentially go to the next level by doing things a bit different. Untested, but that's what it's all about. If we don't develop things and see what the outcomes are and to go to the next step, we'll never know. The car's been built on the platform that we know works with JUN 2, but obviously elevated to a level that by no doubt we're not going to stop until it achieves the results that we wanted to. So obviously with JUN 2, everyone knows that we've plugged away and we ended up with a 637. That didn't come easy. It was really at the detriment of the chassis giving us hell. With this car, we decided to start with a clean slate, put bar work in areas that we know are problem areas, especially with the 4-wheel drive pulling the car left and right being an IRS. So we redesigned the front with McPherson struts and put bar work underneath the car that could tie everything together, strengthen where it needs to be strengthened, and hopefully give us an outcome that we can lay power in very early in the run, if not half a second, hopefully earlier, all the way through to the 330 that we've never been able to do with JUN 2. One of the things that George really loves about building cars is that he's meticulous with the way the cars look. He was very big on ensuring that the 315 we put in this was tucked in and it just looks like it belongs. And that, that's no easy task. So there was a lot of work that went into redesigning the rear end to ensure that we got the outcome of 1, performance, 2, the way the car sits and the way it looks. Obviously, initially this car was never meant to be JUN 3. Obviously working together very closely with a good mate of mine, George now, we decided that there wouldn't be a better name for the car and obviously taking over the legacy of JUN 2 with a car that's purpose-built, improved, and is going to be the next era of GDRs. Obviously it's under wraps at the moment, but very soon it's going to be unveiled at Motorex and obviously driven for the first time at GDR Festival. And yeah, definitely the whispers are out there, people are getting a whiff of it, and they should be scared.
It's hard to describe JUN 3 or put it in any drag racing category, as it is quite literally the start of a new class of drag car. It essentially retains the R32 Skyline turret with the factory firewall, factory steel roof and pillars, and then the custom wide-body rear quarters are also made of steel. They're required to fit the giant 315 Pro radials, and there is room to go even bigger. Combine that with having an RB engine, all-wheel drive and independent rear suspension, and it keeps the DNA that makes it a GTR. The custom chassis work underneath is a necessity, as the factory chassis simply can't handle the power and launches with it twisting and flexing, which they learnt with JUN 2. In the engine bay, the chassis rails remain, but the rest is replaced by tube work to hold everything, and the suspension has been converted to McPherson's strut with custom lower arms, but the steering rack and tie rods are still factory. The coilovers are BC with iBuck springs. The rear is where things get totally wild, with a completely custom subframe holding a driveshaft shopped 9-inch differential with the driveshaft shop axles and SCF race cars designed and built custom and adjustable independent rear suspension setup with Mensa shocks. The wheels are Race Star beadlocks with strange brakes inside. The monocoque may be steel, but the front bumper, bonnet, front quarters and doors are all top stage carbon items to save weight, and there is a drag wing up back for stability with twin chutes underneath. The Motive carbon headlight ducts have been sealed up and airbrushed to look like real headlights. The end result is a car you know means business, but still retains the true look of an R32 Skyline GTR. It's like Godzilla hit the gym. A lot. Inside, the dashboard is carbon and from top stage, and the tunnel and panels are also carbon. Inside, you'll find all the usual race car stuff like the nitrous bottle, CO2 and the ice tank. It may be a race car, but the presentation and workmanship is incredible. We've never seen anything like this in a drag car. Pioneering an all-new style of drag car suspension with so much adjustability means it will take time to set up, test and adjust, but Craig Burns is the man for the job. The running gear is based on the development work done by Croydon Racing Developments with both JUN 2 and Zeus, the world's quickest GTR and the world's quickest and fastest RB powered vehicle. A Bullet Race Engineering dry RB30 billet block with Nitto Performance Engineering 3.2 litre wide journal EN40B stroker crank, Nitto alloy rods and Nitto drag pistons with a CRD race ported head with oversized valves, double valve springs and CRD spec camshafts. Outside you can see the PRP adjustable cam gears and PRP cam sensor. It uses a Platinum Racing Products billet integrated dry sump pan with daily engineering oil pump and billet front differential housing. It also runs the PRP mechanical fuel pump kit and Pro Trigger kit, and there's a Ross balancer on the front. The exhaust manifold is custom made by SCF race cars to hold the Precision Pro Mod 110mm turbo up front. This position means the compressor sits right in the airstream for ram air effect and the exhaust is kept short. There is no wastegate, with boost controlled by a Bosch drive-by-wire throttle. The water-to-air intercooler is custom made by CPC and blows into a CPC inlet manifold with 5-inch throttle body. The dual fuel rails hold 12 ID 2600 injectors each. That's right, a total of 24 injectors with 62,400cc worth of flow. There is a Weldon fuel pressure regulator and the ignition system is an M&W CDI. It is all controlled by a Motec M190 ECU along with 2 PDMs, a keypad and Motec digital dash. Expect power to end up around 3,000 with a rev ceiling of over 11,000 RPM. Transferring that power to the wheels is an Owls Race Glide Turbo 400 transmission.
Hi, my name's Con. I'm an engine builder and tuner here at Croydon Racing Developments. The first time I laid eyes on the car, George actually wasn't a customer of ours. But since he's come over, I'd say the car's gone from pretty serious to fully serious now. So it's escalated pretty badly from when it first started. Look, at this stage, this is hands down the biggest and baddest GTR on the planet. Short of doing a full tube frame car, there's not much else you can do to this thing. It's got a full custom IRS setup in it, so there's going to be a bit of work involved to get on top of it to get the car where we need it to be, but there's definitely a lot more chassis than we've ever had to be able to use the power that we've got to put it down. First objective is to get it to go A to B. Every record it's capable of getting, whether it be IRS, import radial, GDR, whatever you want to call it, this car will take them. We're excited and nervous. Obviously that first launch is going to be a lot of nerves just to see how the car behaves and what it does. But overall, we're all really excited to get it to the start line and get it down the track.
Platinum Racing Products GTR Festival returns to Sydney Dragway on May 23rd and 24th with drag racing, roll racing, car show, traders alley, drifting, burnouts, international guests, kids rides, food trucks, giveaways, fireworks and more. There is something for the entire family to enjoy. Friday is a huge afternoon and night of roll racing, followed up by the Drifters versus Burnouts exhibition, along with fireworks and a DJ to finish off the night. Saturday will see new builds unveiled, a massive car show, huge traders alley, drift rides and demos, guest meet and greets, and an afternoon of some of the fastest street cars in the country going down the strip. Grab your entry, spectator or VIP passes now from the website, gtrfestival.com.
Fight for from. I'm the giant that they running from.